Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing how to create an invoice in QuickBooks Online. First, I wanted to tell you something. Why did the invoice go to therapy? Does anybody know the answer to that? Because it had too many attachment issues. I know that was not a good joke. The best I could do on short notice, however. Let's go to the QuickBooks Online sample account. Remember, if you like this video, please subscribe to the video, give us a thumbs up, comment, and share the video. Also, what I'd like you to do is please give me a rating down in the comments of 1 to 5 where you think this video falls. So we're at the dashboard here on the QuickBooks Online sample account. Remember, this is Craig's design and landscaping service. He's in a landscaping business. This is screen of the invoices, by the way, is going to change on QBO, but it's essentially the same elements, so it shouldn't be that big of a difference. So let's go to the invoicing area. You go to sales, the drop down, go to invoices, you click on invoices. Now, what you see here is all of the invoices currently on hand, and it gives you a status here. It shows overdue, when they are due, and so forth. So it gives you a good idea of where your company stands with your invoices. Do you want to do a new invoice? You click on Create Invoice. And this will take you to the invoice screen, and QuickBooks is functioning today, so we didn't really have to wait. So it goes here to the invoice screen. Let me first tell you what an invoice is. An invoice in QuickBooks Online is a document that you send your customers to request payment for goods or services you've provided to them. It serves as a record of the transaction and includes various details that we'll review as we're looking at this screen. In QuickBooks Online, you can easily create and customize these invoices. You can track their status and even set up automatic reminders for overdue payments. So let's look at the invoice screen. What we have here at the top is we have customer information here. The first one is selecting a customer. Now, you can actually start just typing things in here like ABC. If that's the name of the customer, then you'd be prompted to put a new customer in there. But we're going to use somebody on the drop-down list. And it's a really good idea that you do this every time you get a new customer. Enter them into QuickBooks Online. Saves you a lot of time. So let's click the drop-down list and let's go to Amy's Bird Sanctuary, for instance. Amy has a bird sanctuary, a nice big acre of ground where she monitors this ground and the birds that are there. So you see her email is noted here, birds@intuit.com. That was part of the information that was entered automatically, drops down in here. The billing address, you see that. Terms, that is when you want her to pay. Net 30, there's a drop-down list, various other terms, net 10, net 15, net 60. You can determine with your customer the terms when you set them up. Now, the invoice date, remember we've talked about this before. Dates are very, very important. Pay particular attention. Make sure you get the right dates in there. The invoice date, we'll say it's today, 9/14/23. And when is Amy's money due to you? Let's say that's 1 month, 10/14/23. So you put that right in here. And the tags categorize and organize items for tracking and reporting, but we're not really going to get into that in this training. It's sort of beyond the scope again of this training. Now, down below, you go to products and services. You can add the items or services you're invoicing for right here. You can include a description, quantity, rate, any applicable taxes or discounts, etc. in this. QuickBooks Online allows you to select items from your product or service list or add new ones. Now, if you do the drop down here, let's see, and we know that this is a landscaping company we have going here. So let's pick something appropriate here. Let's take a look here. What do we want to, let's say a weekly gardening service. That's a good one. The landscaping service on a weekly basis comes and maintains Amy's bird sanctuary for her. Here's a weekly gardening service, and the amount he's going to charge Craig's landscaping service, let's say $150. Okay, and QuickBooks automatically calculates all of this. The subtotal then is $150. And it comes down here. The total is $150. So we have some other blocks that are located over here. Messaging on invoice, for instance. And you see, by the way, this is the quantity is 1, the rate is $150, and the amount is $150. So the message on an invoice, that can be somewhere where you include additional information or personalized messages, for that matter, for your customer. You have below that a message on the statement. Again, you can add additional information or personalized messages, such as, say, payment reminders, account updates, any other relevant details you want to include into that. Attachments, this would be something you would add an attachment just like you would do that with an email, for instance. You could add additional documents or files to be included with the invoice to provide additional information. Maybe you want to scan a copy of the contract that she signed with you and include that, or a receipt for some specific transaction. Now, what you have here is the screen for the invoice. You get down to $150. When that is done, you want to double check to make sure everything is okay. Again, double check the dates, make sure they're okay. Everything is right here, $150, $150 total. Then you're going to click Save and Send. What the send does, you set up that email, and it will send that email back out to Amy, and she gets that right away. So we're going to send and close that. And she gets that in her email address. So a lot quicker than US mail. Amy also has the ability, which we're not reviewing here, but she has the ability to pay that with a credit card when she gets that bill in her email, which gets you your money a lot quicker too. Now, when you create an invoice, what does all this mean for you when you create this invoice? When you create an invoice and send it to the customer, it represents an accounts receivable entry in your books, money you've received. Once the customer makes a payment and the transaction appears in your bank feed, remember we looked at the bank feed, the bank downloads everything that hits your bank account. When this appears in your bank feed, you can match it to the corresponding invoice. This ensures accurate and up-to-date records of your income and your accounts receivable. So now you know how to create an invoice in QuickBooks Online. The next step, go and get some customers. Start sending out invoices. Start making some money. Get this money in. You know what to do with it now that you know how to create an invoice. So if you like the video, again, please subscribe to the video, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. In fact, give us 2 thumbs up. And give us something in the comments and share. Again, please give us a rating in the comment section from 1 to 5. We appreciate your time today. Thank you very much. Have a great day.